Welcome students, welcome to the third part of my video. Students, before I start with this explanation, I request you, if you like the video, please you like it. If you have not subscribed it, my dear students, please subscribe it. And if the people are not aware of this channel, please do give the awareness by sharing it with others. मेरे प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आ गया तो उसे लाइक करें। अगर इसे सब्सक्राइब आपने किया नहीं है तो सब्सक्राइब करें और ये चैनल का जानकारी किसी को नहीं हो तो उनको जानकारी दे, उन्हें ये चैनल का लिंक भेजकर। My dear students, in the first part we saw India entering into globalization, and we saw rural transformation, urban development, and means of communication. In the second chapter, we saw what are the various communication mode and how we have progressed, especially with the postal, speed post, and e-payment portal, mobile apps, and several other things. Now we will see how India has made economic progress. There were economic issues, but these economic issues were tackled very nicely by the ministry, and they have overcome these problems. Now, the government of India established a separate Ministry of Disinvestment to take care of disinvestment policy, gradual withdrawal of governmental investment in public sector, the government focusing on reducing its investment in the sector like mining, petroleum, refineries, roads, highways, ports, trust, telecommunication, foreign investment, the policy of privatization, liberalization, and globalization boosted the confidence of Indian companies. Some of them established themselves in global market by acquiring foreign companies in steel, pharmaceutical, tea production, and also automobile sector. In 2016, Ministry of Disinvestment was renamed as Department of Investment and Public Asset Management. BRICS, we all are familiar with BRICS. The participant members are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The aim to establish BRIC, very simple, enhancing the trade among these countries. 11th conference of BRICS was organized in Brazil. The theme of the conference was economic growth for innovative future. Subjects like technology, cooperation, technology and innovation, digital economy, international crime, financial scams were discussed. Now we will see science and technology. A supercomputer named as Param 8000 was created with the help of CDAS, Center for the Development of Advanced Computing, Pune. In 1998, advanced version of Param 8000 was made, which was named as Param 10,000. Its mathematical potential was enormous because of the India entered the global computer market. India won its place among the leading countries with high technological know-how of computer making. In 1999, projects of creating still further version of Param 10,000 was undertaken. The computer was named as Param Padma supercomputers was dedicated to the nation in 2003. The Indian software industries were benefited because of the policy of liberalization. The central government favored policies for the software industries, foresightedness of Indian entrepreneurs, and the nationwide spread of the computers and information technology. Computer engineers who are also proficient in the use of English language resulted in tremendous increase in India's export of software. It increased from 3.2% to 25%. In 1995, internet service began in Indian metropolises. In 2004, Tata Consultancy was a big firm in Asia providing softwares. Pune, Bengaluru developed an information technology hub. The population in India using internet service is rapidly increasing. India's IT engineers are in great demand all over the world. In the field of science, India has proved the nuclear strength, conducted underground nuclear test 2 times at Pokhran in Rajasthan. Indian satellite Ushanasat 1 launched and entered into orbit in 1999 to collect oceanographic information. In 2000, Bharat Sanchar Nigam was established to provide service like cellular phones, mobile phones, internet, and broadband. In 2007, India entered a new field of space research. It commercially launched Italian satellite. Another nations have submitted tenders quoting very high rates to get this contract. However, India got this contract by quoting reasonable rate. Nevertheless, India earned considerable profit through Italian contract. Before entering this field, commercial basis, India has already successfully launched the satellite of Argentina, Belgium, South Korea, Indonesia, Germany. In 2008, India launched Chandrayaan-1, the first lunar probe. Through information sent by Chandrayaan-1, India has collected evidence for the presence of water in moon. After that, India launched Chandrayaan-2 and then Mangalyaan. We will see now defense affair. In 1999, Pakistan intruded Kashmir. The intrusion started the war between India and Pakistan. This war was fought in Kargil. Hence, it is called Kargil War. It is also referred as Operation Vijay by Indian Army. Operation Vijay was successful and India emerged victorious in it. This was alerted that the Indian Authority for Modernization of Indian Military, processing of updating military equipments, arms and training, etc., and further intensified. In 2009, India successfully built strategic strike nuclear submarine of Aryant class. This is the first nuclear submarine in India. Its first patrol round was completed with Russia's cooperation. Thus, India is sixth in the country to develop indigenous technology of building nuclear submarines. The Indian government was involved private Indian entrepreneurs too in this project. Now you can see here there is a symbol which says Make in India. The government of India emphasized indigenous production by using indigenous technology. Make in India on recruiting women of officers in military, also combined exercise with militaries of other nations. There is increasing focus on the exchange of latest technology to fight terrorism. To argument of our competencies, the optimum use of modern technology for ending terrorism. The exercise with Oman military at Baghlo, Himachal Pradesh, is apparently a result of these policies. In the exercise with Nepal, the thrust of the critical tactics to fight with terrorists in the mountainous terrain increased. There was combined exercise of Mongolian army and Jammu and Kashmir rifles. The exercise of Indian and American army together was done in America. The exercise with Sri Lankan army was organized in Pune. The practice session was meant for training the soldiers for fighting terrorism in semi-urban environment. Exercise with Russian military was organized in Russia. Similar exercises were organized with Bangladesh and England as well. Some exercises were useful for both the countries because of technological exchange and happens to these occasions. They help to know the practice, new methods of resolving problems. The process of modernization of arms give impetus to further research. To join armed forces is one of the best career of young people. There are about 8 sections in Indian Army where a woman officer can join on short. Service Commission. Women can join through Union Public Service Commission. There are few seats reserved for women who has completed NCC training. Now we will see youth related policies. As we all know, today's youth is tomorrow's future. India is a country with maximum proportion of young people. Individual age group between 15 to 29 are considered to be youth. Youth is provided opportunity related to education, skill training, can contribute significantly in the development of India. The number of centers like Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan was established in 1972. The center began training for young people of various skills. The program ran by these centers eventually merged as National Youth Empowerment Program. This program put a thrust on topics like literacy, education, health and hygiene, family welfare, preservation and conservation of environment, awareness of social issues, rural development and self-employment. 12 January is the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. It is observed as a National Youth Day. Every National Youth Festival is celebrated in the month of January. The festival is organized jointly by the Government of India, one of the state governments. The festival is designed to provide platform for artistic talents of young individuals. Youth Hostel Association of India established the youth hostels in various parts of the country. These hostels are managed in collaboration by the Government of India and the respective state government. Youth hostels work for the encouraging adventurous skill among the young people. There are 83 hostels in India which provide accommodation to young people. The training programs arranged in association through Bharat Scout and Guides, NSS National Service Scheme and NCC National Cadet Corps. My dear students, let us see now right to information. We are all familiar with right to information. We all know that in 1982, L.K. Kulwal, a resident of Jaipur in Rajasthan, a social activist, initiated a process by applying to know Jaipur Municipal Corporation work for cleaning the city. A case filed in this matter in the High Court gave clear verdict stating right to information is the fundamental right of all citizens. In 1990, Aruna Roy started a movement called Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan. A need for the right to information was expressed through this movement. Divisional Commissioner of Bilaspur at the time of Harshad Mandar, showing courage to disclose official information, while serving as a bureaucrat. The information he disclosed was in context of distributing food grains or in lieu of daily wages. The struggle of Anna Hazare in 2001 was a decisive role in Maharashtra in this matter. The act implemented in Maharashtra since 12th October 2005. The definition of the term information includes official records, documents, memorandum, emails, comments, consultation, press notes, circular orders, log books, tender reports, correspondence, formats, models, electronic data, and the information of private institutions or an individual that is available in the records of any public establishment. Right to information grant access to the official documents, record permission to obtain copies, to take notes, to extract pages, to get samples of authorized material, to print data stored in CDs, floppies, disk, and tapes, video cassettes, or in other forms stored on computers. Citizen can get desired information after submitting an application to the information officer of public authority. Thus, I would like to end this third part of my video. Students, if you like the video, please do like it. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it. And the people are not aware of this video, please give awareness by sharing it with others. Thank you.